Hi there, this is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and today is Thursday, August 8th. August 8th already. If you hear a whirring noise, it's the dog days of August. So let me get set up here. I felt so bad yesterday. I felt so bad. Well, it wasn't yesterday. Well, yeah, no, it was the day before that I did my stream. Let me get set up here and find my own channel and get into my own stream so that I can see more of chat. Okie dokie. I'm using my old phone. Hopefully, hi Mitzi. Good morning. Hopefully I can see more of what's going on out there. I giggled so much, and I felt so bad the other day, but I giggled so much when I was painting my lady that I kept wiping out her face, and you guys kept saying, no! I did read the replay, and Mitzi, I'm glad you're in here, because I'm no longer going to call these morning pages, although it is a morning page booklet. I was rereading my chat, and you called them Jumpstart pages. And so I'm going to call this my Jumpstart Journal. Let me zoom in just a bit. Let me zoom in. Is that too much? Just a little less. Oops. All right. See how that looks. Hi, Shelley. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you. Have you been to bed yet? I think Shelley is either 6 hours ahead of me or 6 hours behind me or 5 hours ahead. Oh, it's hot and muggy here. Ew. There's a fly around here, you know. He's hot and muggy too, I guess. I do have my fan on, so I've noticed by listening to my replays that there is a humming noise in the background. I have to have the fan on. If I don't have the fan on, it's horrible. So I've been doing these morning pages. 2 of them at least. 2 of them. Hi, Lori Loves Montana. Good morning. It's 11:30 at night there. 11:30 at night? Whoa. Catch up with the world, Shelley. 11:30 at night, I was still up working on AuntBecscreations. I got tea this morning, which I'm going to show you after I get done with this. Well, I'm going to call this my Jumpstart Journal because that's what Mitzi called it the other morning. And I like that, Jumpstart Journal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint on one side and write real short and brief on the other. Now, morning pages are supposed to be like brain dumps. You're supposed to write whatever comes into your head for 3 pages. This is kind of more of an art dump. It's really more of something just to get you started in the day. And it doesn't have to be beautiful. You're supposed to not share your morning pages with anybody. You're supposed to, I don't know. It's supposed to be real private and all of that. Well, I'd rather do this online. So, oh, this paint is so transparent. There, maybe that'll. Let's do the sunny yellow this morning. Sunny yellow. It was storming yesterday morning, and I woke up and I looked at the clock and I heard the thunder and I heard the rain hitting the window, and I said, it's Wednesday morning, I'm going to turn over and go back to sleep. So I did. So I did. Your feet are aching? Have you been on your feet? You had a long day at work? Oh, Shelley. You deserve your glass of wine, Shelley. How is the weather? Did you have a good birthday, Mitzi? Happy birthday, Mitzi. $13. Oh my goodness. Did Ann come in? Hi, Ann. Good morning. Well, I watched a little bit of Dee Dee yesterday. Dee Dee Willingham. I watched her for a little while. And then I said, I feel like going thrifting. So I did. And so I have a little bit of a thrift haul this morning. I'm not helping this any. We'll have to art over that. Oh, here it comes. This yellow paint is really transparent, and it's craft paint. So we are experiencing the dog days of summer here. It rained, it was cool in the morning yesterday, which was nice, but then it got really hot and muggy. Muggy. I am streaming mobile off of my phone. I'm still working on getting my laptop. Looks like I'm going to have to do a backup on it. Oh, which I'm not looking forward to. So what am I going to do here as far as, yesterday I did a stencil. I think I'll do that again today, because it's so easy just to put let's call this a sunflower. And I don't have all my paint out, so let's use a green marker. Now I just painted on this, so the markers are going to be kind of, although I did dry it, you really want your acrylic paint to be more dry. Let's get out a different marker. Maybe even go back to using my black one. That isn't going to show up too much. And these don't have to be masterpiece pages. This is just doing something to jumpstart the day. Jumpstart your art day. So I went thrifting yesterday, got home maybe about 3 o'clock, took a nap because I was tired after all that shopping. I skipped Hobby Lobby though, but I did go to Walmart. I went to Goodwill. I can't wait to show you what I got at Goodwill. And went to Habitat for Humanity because I wanted to get some. I knew that they had some mat board because the last time I was there, and I knew they were not going to sell all that mat board. It looked like offcuts from like a frame shop or something. So I got 5 good-sized pieces of mat board for 50 cents, which I said, that's nice. I said, they wanted to know what I was going to use it for, and I said I was making a book. I was going to use it for my book cover. And they said, oh, what a good idea. Oh, there's a little fly visiting me this morning. And let's see, I went to Habitat for Humanity and I went to Walmart. I buy my Javalia coffee at Walmart because I can get it in the large, what is it, 20 ounce, 10 ounce? I can't remember how many ounces. It's a larger bag. And I only pay $2 more for than what you buy on the smaller bags at the store, at the grocery, and I get more ounces. So I always buy my Javalia coffee at Walmart. I was out of coffee, but I made tea this morning because I didn't get up in time to make coffee. I was up a little late last night working on those ATCs. Shoo fly, go find someplace else to buzz around. Now, this is where I should have a sponge. This is a little brain dumpy here, just putting in all these dots. Ah! So he comes right in my face. Well, this is probably right now the coolest room in the house. It's awfully muggy out. Oh, I like that. Well, let's just draw a big old leaf here. And maybe a little leaf in here. And let's give it a border. I've been having fun with my Art Deco style of the 1920s with these lines. I've been having a lot of fun doing these lines. Let's do that here. Let's just kind of, let's give it a double line. And then I bought the new Somerset magazine. I did go to Joann's. That's about all I bought at Joann's. No, Dee Dee was, I'll show them to you later. I had listened to a part of Dee Dee yesterday, and she was talking about those Crayola, that fly, be the reason somebody smiles today. She was talking about those Crayola super tip markers, and I noticed some at Joann's, and I had a 40% coupon off, so I bought some. What else did I buy? I bought the magazine. Oh, and I bought some black cardstock paper. That's all I got at Joann's. I didn't spend a whole lot. Okay, we're just going to stop there. It doesn't have to be gorgeous. Let's do our writing. Let's see. I like to white out my... Let that fly. He's just being ornery. He says, I'm going to bug Mary, just fly in her art. Let's wipe this day 5 out here. So I didn't do much. I went thrifting. Look, it's peeking through too, but that's okay. All right, we're just going to write something. I like to write really short and short writings and choose a word. Like yesterday I chose, or the day before on the 6th, I chose the word persist and need. I think I'll choose the word, let's use this big marker again. Let's choose the word thrift, because that's what I did yesterday. I'm going to show you my thrift haul. Oop, that paint is not quite dry. Let's choose the word thrift. And this is Thursday, August 8, 2019. And I started out by saying good morning. I didn't say good morning there, so I'm not going to say good morning here. I'm just going to start out by saying yesterday I'm going to put got cabin fever, and went thrifting. That fly is going to get it if I have to kill him online. It is so fun to see what, and I think this is kind of what keeps Becky thrifting too. I always like to watch Aunt Beck's thrift hauls. What treasures you can find. At one store, which was Goodwill, I was ready to check out. And while standing in line, this is going to be a little standing. Two men, I want to say pulled up, came up behind me. One of them looked in my cart. How rude. One of them looked at what I bought in my cart. I had a stack of books. And he asked if I like to read. I said yes. Not telling him that the books were headed for art journaling. That's where I'm going to quit. But there's more to the story. But I ran out of paper, so I quit. The rest of the story, for your ears only. Let me sign this. Meri at the.meri.atelier. I had some other items in my cart, and the other man started remarking about them. And I started thinking, wow, what are they doing? Investigating what I bought? You know, how rude. How rude. Let's do the lines around this. I guess men don't think about manners, but as I thought about it more, I think those two guys probably were running some sort of a thrift store themselves, or an antique store, or maybe sold something online. Because the things they were remarking about, like, they knew I got some bargains. And I was not too offended, but I was kind of, like, what are you doing checking out my grocery? Do you ever get behind the line or putting your items up on the shelf, on the cashier's checkout, the little escalator thing, and people behind you look at what you bought? Oh, she bought milk, potato chips, and cookies. And oh look, oh yeah, she did buy a green pepper and a can of soup, something like that. So I guess she's not going to go home and eat all those potato chips in one sitting or something like that. You just feel like people. It just kind of offends me when people check out what I buy. I feel like, mind your own business. But anyway, at the thrift store, after they had remarked about my purchases, I turned around and I looked in his cart and I said, well, let's see what you bought. And they had bought a Pepsi, kind of a Pepsi crate, and it was $10. I had looked at it when I first came in. I saw it there and I thought, oh, that's cool, but I don't want to pay $10 for it. Well, they paid $10 for it. So I thought, well, turnabout's fair play. If you're going to check out my purchases, I'll remark on yours. They didn't say any more to me. I didn't tell them that. So let's see what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Kimberly. Who was your partner, Mitzi? Hi, Kimmers. Hi, Linda. Hello, Linda. Hello, Linda. Oh, I know Tammy Lee. I would think she would get that to you, Mitzi. Tammy's not one to... She's probably just slow. Tammy has a lot of health problems, too. Just letting you know. Hi, Kendra. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Linda. Good morning, Ray. Welcome, welcome, Ray. I got the biggest kick out of Ray. The other morning, I was in my zone. I got out my old phone so that I can follow you guys better on chat. I feel so bad. I feel so bad you guys are talking to me and yelling at me and the whole thing and I'm just in my zone working away. Ray said I'm gonna throw my shoe at her. I was painting out those faces. I got such a kick out of reading the chat afterwards. Anne said she went to Tuesday morning and bought a lot of stamps, embossing folders, yarn, and knitting needles. Oh, cool. That sounds fun. Skipping Hobby Lobby takes willpower. I skipped Hobby Lobby. Because I went to Goodwill. I did not spend so much at Goodwill. I mean, it wasn't like I spent $50 or anything. I think I spent $23. For everything I got, I felt like I got some bargains for $23. And I went to Habitat for Humanity, and I got that mat board, and I have to show you what else I got. And then I got a three-way light bulb. Those three-way light bulbs, my brother uses a three-way light bulb in his lamp, but they can get expensive. So I happened to walk by a little room that had nothing but electrical in it, in the Restore, the Habitat for Humanity Restore. I very seldom go in there, but I knew they had that mat board. And I thought, well, I'll go in there and see if they got any 100-watt bulbs. And they didn't have any 100-watt bulbs, but they had a three-way light bulb for $2, and they'll cost you all the way from $10 to $15 at Walmart. So if you see me shushing my hand, it's the fly is in my face. Lori says, we've not had hot weather. Oh, you've had hot weather as well, but cooling down in the 70s starting tomorrow. Good, Lori. Good. I hope it comes this way. It's so muggy. It's the mugginess that gets to me. I have to have that fan blowing on me. Shelley says the weather there is hotter than usual. Okay. Okay, well, there's my morning page. The word today was thrift. It says, yesterday I got cabin fever and went thrifting. It is so fun to see what treasures one can find. At one store, I was ready to check out, and while standing in line, two men came up behind me. I got one of them, looked at what I bought in my cart. I had a stack of books, and he asked if I liked to read. I said yes, not telling him that the books were headed for my art journals. That's what I said yesterday. That's my today's morning pages. And speaking of thrifting, let's start out and show you what I got here. This is the start of my thrift. I'll start with this big old thing here. Look, I got a box of security envelopes. I got this at Habitat for Humanity. I thought, oh, how fun. They're security envelopes. They've got a real light security in there, but they'll make nice journals. They'll make nice things to send happy mail. Tanya's Totally Junk Journal. She uses security envelopes a lot in her art. Tanya does. So I think these, and we can even use them to send out our bills and stuff with. I thought that was a bargain. Because what, you get maybe this many in a box that you, well, depending on the size of box that you buy. So it was a good price. So I got security envelopes. Let me set these aside because they're heavy. Let me just throw them over there. Then at the Habitat for Humanity, I got my mat board, and I'm not going to show that to you. It's 5 good-sized pieces, probably about maybe 12 inches high and maybe about 18 inches long. But I want to use them for my triangle book. I have to start my triangle book. I wasn't able to participate much when Lisa and Tanya had their triangle book hangout the other day. I got these clips. It says decor and treatments, miscellaneous Pinterest item. Curtain hooks, they're called. They're those hooks that hook on, you know, the little clampy things, like what Tim Holtz uses in all his. So I got 2 packages of them. I picked up one and I said, do I need the other? I paid $2 for this, which is a good bargain. Because here again, you'll buy a little package of these at Hobby Lobby and pay $6 for them. $2 for these. And I said, well, there's another package there. Should I get them? And I said, I put them back. I said, no, I really should just pick one. And then I said, you always regret it when you put stuff back, Mary. So I went back and picked it up. So that was my Habitat for Humanity purchases. Then I did go to Goodwill, and I'll show you the books first. I got this book on, not that I'm so hepped on prophecy of the futures and that, but got this book on Nostradamus, a new guide to the great seer's prophecies. Not that I believe everything, but I love the art in them. I love the art in them. So I'll probably be cutting this up. I'll probably be reading out of it just out of interest. So I'm not going to read out of it this morning, but I like the art. Make a nice art journal, wouldn't it? So, but I'll probably be deconstructing it. And look at the book cover. The book cover will probably go in my September art journal because I love the book covers. So I got that. I'm going to pile them up. I got this Read Aloud Poems for Young People. And this is another one I picked up and said, I don't know if I want it or not. And then I thought, you know, you can read these, you can use these poetry in your art. I like to read it, read things. 6 silly rhymes. Order in the court. The judge is eating beans. His wife is in the tub shooting submarines. Huh? April rain song. Let the rain kiss you. Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Let the rain sing you a lullaby. The rain makes still pools on the sidewalk. The rain makes running pools in the gutter. The rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night, and I love the rain. So, look, I could even use this fairy here in my art. So, yeah, I got this. Read Aloud Poems for Young People. I'm young at heart. There's another book cover I can use. Look, this one's got art in it. Art, hearts and stars and a funny grin face. Some young person got to this book. We got to the end. It doesn't look like nothing on the pages themselves. So and it's got these really wide margins. You could do art in the margins, which I might do. So there was that book. And then let's see, what else did I get here? Yeah, I got Art for the Fun of It. Creative principles and projects and activities to help children discover the joy of art. And I love to read about these projects for children because guess what? We like to do them too. Tearing, cutting, and folding. Paper tearing. For 3-year-olds, scissors are frustrating, but they enjoy tearing paper. All children will get more satisfaction from tearing paper until they're able to fully control the scissors. Paper cutting, brushes, working surfaces. Oh, here's some recipe for cornstarch clay, baker's clay, that's with flour and water, sawdust clay, paste and modeling. So there's some recipes and projects. They're weaving around a coat hanger. Oh, finger puppets. I like to look at these. I just like to read them. I guess I'm kind of a child at heart. Characteristics of the creative. Intelligence. A high IQ does not guarantee creativity. Whoa, how insulting is that? Awareness, fluency, flexibility, originality, elaboration. The creative person not only has novel ideas, but follows them through to creative achievement. Combination of skepticism and credulity, whatever, I have to look that word up. Persistence, self-critical, rarely quite satisfied with himself or his work. On the other hand, the creative person is not easily discouraged or frustrated. And humor. Oh, there's more. Nonconformity, self-confidence and self-esteem, willingness to take risks, not time-bound, sustained curiosity, and emotional stability. We are all potentially creative, but only those who have become creative realize it. Oh, that's kind of obvious. This is more about teaching young children and leading young children in art. Art is an extension of the person, an expression of who I am and what I am. So that's kind of interesting. I'll read through that a little bit more. I'm not sure I agree with everything they said there, but this is the 1973 edition of R.S. Prussia. Looks like I got it because I fell in love with these. These are going to get fussy cut. This is a special style of ceramic, I think. See, look at that. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. That's a fun page. Those would be fun on ATCs. Ooh. Oh, look, there's more on the other side. Oh, these are cool. I love these. And more. The Royal Prussian vases. And then there's, over here, there's porcelain. But what I really love are these big pictures that are definitely going to get fussy cut out. So this is kind of like a catalog, but it also tells about it too. The history of, I cannot pronounce that word, Schlegelmilch porcelain, dedicated to the memory of my mother and father. Oh, I'll bet you Linda could pronounce this. Deutschland, located in Central Europe, land of the Germans, was a closely knit league of duchies, independent states, kingdoms, and free cities in the mid-19th century. King William I, a strong ruler and brilliant statesman, began his reign in 1861. And it goes ahead and tells about all of that. So I'll be reading about this before I cut it up. That's really interesting. And I love, well, I love these big pictures, but I love these little pictures here. These are going to go on ATCs. So there's that. Then I got these. I reached in and I got one. Was it this one I got? Yeah. This is the teacher's extensions of the storybook. The storybook. Look, it's art. It's got an art and a harp and a book in there. I love the cover. I probably won't be doing anything to the cover. Let me turn my laptop on here. Get to it on. I'm on to chat here, but let's get to my live stream on my laptop. Let's see what you guys are saying. You probably can. I speak German as well, Linda said. Yeah, you could probably read that really good. You could probably translate it for me. Hi, Azure. Good morning. I hear voices outside in our yard. Young voices. It's dark out there. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are they doing out on the street? Shelley had to go to sleep. Good night, Shelley. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking care of Mitzi. I do know Tammy, though, and it would surprise me if she reneged on you. She's probably just slow. I hear voices out the front door. It kind of bothers me. I'm going to go see what's going on out there. I don't know. It's completely dark out there except for our street light. It bothers me a lot. What those kids are doing out there. Honestly. All right. Shelley says, hugs to you all, wishing you a creative and crafty day. You too, Crafty. Okay. Hi, Mina. Good morning. Oh, it's locked, but it's just the screen door. So we've got the door. I'm gonna go. That's just too much here. Probably kids who didn't go to bed last night. Good morning, Mina. Good morning, Kimberly. All right. Isn't that a cool book? It's like they know when I'm coming to the door there. All right. This is neat. This is the teacher's extension. Teacher's extensions here. This is neat. I love things. Wouldn't that make a really neat stamp? Wouldn't that make a neat stamp? That's Jupiter. But I love the artwork in these. I don't think there's as much artwork in this one, but I love this kind of. I love the inside pages here. Got Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt. I don't know who these others are. They're probably presidents, but I don't recognize them. They're not. Patriotism, knowledge, integrity, vitality, idealism, and industry. He's probably not a president. He's probably an entrepreneur, and he's probably an educator. I don't know who the idealism guy would be. Love the inside. Paid $2 for it. This one's kind of falling apart. I think this is the one that has all the... Is this the one that has all the artwork in it? This says Mrs. Fern M. Coons. This is Juno. This one's falling apart. Yeah, this one has all the neat artwork in it. Love that artwork. Love it. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I love that. AM, PM, 8. Those were a couple of books that I got. And I'll put them over on the pile. I have one I'm saving here to show you. This, not this one. This one is a quote. A book of quotes. Every thought which genius and piety throw into the world alters the world. Emerson. Love will find a way. Enthusiasm, encouragement, eloquence. So there's a whole bunch of quotes here. So that's a fun book. And then this one, I have to tell you about this, is another one. I went ahead, I got my books, I went ahead and did my other shopping, and I thought, I'm going to go back and look on the bookshelf again. There was a lady and a man, and they were picking out books like crazy. And I just let them, I got out of their way. And I went in and did my other shopping, and then I said, I'm going to go back and look, because I couldn't get to this one area where this one was. I'm going to go back and look, and I'm sure glad I did. But this is How to Create Your Own Painted Lady. Now, this is more of a book of construction, but until you get to the back, until you get to about... Well, these are photographs. Till you get to about here. Ooh, that's neat. Then you get all these beautiful painted lady houses. Look at these. Aren't these wonderful? I mean, the rest of this book are these painted ladies. They call them painted ladies. Here's the Queen Anne. These are just wonderful. So that was my treasure. I went back to get, and I'm glad I did. I got this, and this just tells about. This is more construction and reconstruction and preserving. Dry rot before repair. Dry rot after repair. They're showing how to repair dry rot. It's kind of interesting reading. Here's a nice photograph of a painted lady. They call it a dollhouse. Robert Dufour's house. So that'll be fun to look at too. All right, those were my books. What are you guys saying out there? I got to look at chat. Oh, am I buffering? Is anybody else buffering? Come on, flip. Is anybody else buffering besides me? I'm the only one buffering. I'm buffering on my laptop too. Are you guys buffering? Mitzi says in the buff. I'm buffering too. Let's see if I can make this one stop. Okay. All right. I usually have to restart my YouTube. Let's see if okay, there I am. All right, so that was my book haul. I got another little notebook here for 99 cents just to keep the pocket letters in. And then Aunt Beck has been getting those big trays, those big painty trays. I couldn't find one of those, but I found this one. Found this one. It's kind of like a under the bed tray. It's kind of like a white suitcase type leather thing. But I'm going to put this on that board next to me to keep all my loose items. So if I want to move that board, all I can have to do is pick this up. So I got that. That was a couple dollars. Wasn't too bad. Then, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I had the thrifting fever. I got these dogs. I couldn't resist them. Look at this. It's like a fan book. But they're all dogs. I couldn't resist them. I'm not sure what I'll do with this. If I'll undo it. It just screws open, I think. Cost me $1. I'm not sure what I'll do with these. Look at that guy, the boxer. He's so cute. So that was another book I got. That was in the set. And I got some Rolodex cards because I thought I can't resist them. It looks like they've been opened and some taken out. It doesn't look like a full package. And I got some of this border. I thought this would make a nice border in my art journals or with on my pages or something. I thought it would. I'll use it in art journaling. I don't buy a lot of this, but I saw it there and I thought, oh, I think I can use it. So here's what I really want to show you though. This is the last thing. I've been holding this. Look what I got. I paid $3 a package for them. Thanks, Lynn. She's having a, Careheart is having a fundraiser on the channel. Careheart, shabby chic, and other craft items will be at auction starting at 99 cents from those. 2 p.m. Eastern time. Is that today? Is that today, Lynn? And by the way, good morning, Lynn. Lynn's going to get a link. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Aren't those dogs something? Now, of course, I could not. These were the things that the other guy looked in my cart and remarked on. Now, I think a lot of these are travel postcards. But that's okay with me. Let's just get out one package here, because one package is enough. Let me put these in that tray. And I thought these would be fun for art journaling. Maybe I'll stick some in Happy Mail, because I certainly don't need all of these. Let's see what's in here, though. I love postcards. But these look like travel postcards. There may be some other types. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look, and they're written on. This is from Ireland, it looks like. I don't see the year. Greetings from Ireland to Iowa. This is in Australia, but look, they're cents. This was a 19-cent postcard postage, 1993. Horses. These are all travel ones. This would be fun to make a nice little travel journal. And I love that they have the postage and the writing on the back of them. Guys and Dolls. Mr. and Mrs. Ambrose Dolan. As you know, we are having the time of our lives. Took 5.5 days to get to California, but we missed very little along the way. We visited Old Albuquerque Navajo Indian Reservation, Petrified Forest, etc., and stopped and ate every 1/2 hour. And never passed up a curio shop. Went to Disneyland yesterday and Knott's Berry Farm, Reptile Garden, etc. today, along the Ocean Drive today. Don't know what we'll see tomorrow. Christmas, but we'll be really living. Merry Christmas. And this looks like a modern style house. Browns Lake Resort, Wisconsin. So these are all travel. And I thought they probably were, because travel postcards usually do not sell very well. But these would be fun for an art journal. There's some religious ones in here. But I like them that they have writing on the back. That's what interests me. They all have writing on the back. There's some puppy dogs. This is a note card. I love the writing. Washington, D.C. Akaka Falls. This looks like a Hawaii one. Canada, I think. The postmark is from Canada. I'm not sure where the church is. Conservatory Administration Building in Dubuque, Iowa. St. Patrick's Day greeting. Hello from Ireland. So these are all travel. Make some nice, fun. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, then maybe at the closing of your day, you will sit and watch the moon rise over Claydagh and see the sun go down on Galloway Bay. Ireland. Ooh, I like this one. This one's cool. I love the buildings in the background. I like the art on that. This is Indian. It's a wedding day mass bouquet. Looks like a wedding announcement. Ooh, here's an old one. A view on North Dakota Avenue, Huron, South Dakota. Ooh, I like that. So it's written in pencil in 1910. From Tom to Stella. Or Cecil. It's to Cecil. Can hardly... Yep. Ooh, this one's neat too. An October snowstorm in Michigan. I love to read the backs of them. I'll be going through and reading all the backs. Mineral Wells, Texas. Yeah, for some reason, travel postcards don't sell very well. So that's probably why they put them all in one big. But I'm thinking this would make a really neat, pick out the ones I really like and make a travel art journal. So I'll never travel to all these places. That's a very interesting set of glass window. Wow, look at that. St. Mary's Church in Iowa, Manchester, Iowa. Wow. Another church. Cathedral of the Holy Name. Some religious ones here. This one's got a charm on it. Prayer to Our Lady. This looks like they grouped them. These are churches. Known the world over, Phil Smith and Son in Roby, Indiana. Open year-round. Fish and chicken dinners. Reminds me of a place in Madison. I like these black and white ones. This is in South Dakota. I might pull those and put them in a separate journal type thing. Gilmore Academy in Ohio. Look at all of these. Oh my goodness, and this is just one packet of them. Train depots, El Motel, Beverly Hills Court. Wow. They're all travel. Historic Cripple Creek, Victor, and religious. There's more churches. That's an interesting church with a steeple. I'd want to climb up there. Looks like old missions. I kind of like these old colorized ones. These are Jerusalem. These are religious ones here. The library contains some of the oldest books and relics in the country. The historic old Catholic Cathedral in Vincennes, Indiana. Ooh, I like that. Is that a postcard? It is. I'll have to go in and read all the backs of them. Churches. A lot of churches. Somebody liked to travel or collect them. I have a feeling a lot of these are from a collection. Maybe an antique dealer or a store that just couldn't sell them anymore. A booth. I don't see prices on these though. I think this came from somebody's collection, because usually if they're from a store or a booth, they'll have like a price mark on them. I don't see price marks on them. Jack called and told us about the accident. Then sent the letters. If you hear more, let us know. Oh, somebody had an accident, some sort of an accident. I'm just kind of thumbing through these to see what. Sugar Creek Church. It's an interesting church building. Here's another black and white. The black and white ones appealed to me. Florida. Dr. John Neihardt, Nebraska's poet laureate. I thought he looked familiar. Nebraska's poet laureate, John Neihardt. He was big when I was in college. Wrote much of his poetry and prose in his study, now restored in Bancroft, Nebraska. A Cycle of the West, chosen as one of the world's best books from Homer to Hemingway, is one of his many honors. Neihart. He'd make an interesting, I'm going to keep that out. That would make an interesting sketch. I'm not going to go through these. I'm just thumbing through them. They're all travel ones. I think they probably are all travel. I'm not going to go through the other packages here. I'll go through them off camera. A lot of travel. I'll probably stick some in Happy Mail. Maybe challenge you to do it. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. St. Rose Lima Catholic Church in Alaska. Ooh, that's an interesting church. It's an old West style, but it's got kind of like a oriental turret on it. Russian Orthodox shrine in the city of Kenai overlooks the Mount Redoubt and Cook Inlet. That's interesting. Kind of like that. Oh, there's a whale coming out of the water there, or a dolphin, one or the other. Some sort of a fish. Let's see what it is. Save the gray whale. Somebody liked to travel, I think. Not all of these have writing on the back here. A lot of church, a lot of Catholic church postcards. I don't know where that's from. Brazil. So those, oh, and they got a Pioneer Village one in there. I need to go to Pioneer Village. I've never been to Pioneer Village. All right. So that was fun. I think I'll be doing me some sort of a travel journal out of some of these. I think I'll pull out those black and white ones, which are kind of cool. The others, I'm not sure what I'll do with. Some sort of a travel journal. I might art on some of these, especially those that were duplicates. I might do some altered art on them. I like to read the messages. The one that have messages, I might do something with. How fun is that? I got 2 more packages of probably similar things. They'd make a nice art journal. They make a nice art journal. I can get all of these stacked up again. Whoever collected them probably saying, art journal, are you crazy? I probably won't do anything with the ones that are written on. I like to read those. All right, so let's put these away and see what's going on in chat. I didn't pay a whole lot. I paid $3 a package. I think they're worth $3. They're definitely worth $3. I'll put John Neihart up at the top here. There we go. So that was fun. Let's see what I have here. Yeah, I think they're more travel. I'm not going to open up the other 2. So that was my thrift haul. That was my thrift haul. Let's see what's going on in chat here. You caught your first fish there. They had a stagecoach and gunfights. Hi, Maria's Miscellany. You should record yourself going through the other 2 packages so anyone who wants to can see them with you. Oh, you found those interesting? I thought maybe I was boring you guys. Teresa says, my niece lives in Alaska and her husband moved there to rebuild and refurbish the Greek Orthodox Church in Anchorage. Wow! How cool is that? The 4 is over for now. Disembark slowly. It was an amazing place as a kid. Santa Clara, San Jose area in California. Hi, Pamela. Where was Pioneer Village? Pioneer Village is in Nebraska. It's in a town called Minden, M-I-N-D-E-N, which is kind of west of Hastings and southwest of Grand Island in central Nebraska. I've never been there, but it's kind of like a living history village. And welcome, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. Pioneer Village is condos now? Not in Nebraska. Not in Nebraska, Pioneer Village. Well, there might be some condos in Minden, but Pioneer Village in Nebraska is still a there might be more than one Pioneer Village. Pioneer Village in Nebraska is still like a little Nebraska sightseeing place to go for kids, living history type thing. Susan, hi Susan Gerald, welcome, welcome. Those are great to use as inspiration for watercolors or whatever. Yeah, that's a good idea, Susan. Let's all travel the world, have fun sharing and learning as we do our art and travel. That's a good idea too. I could make my September journal about travel rather than a period of history or style of art. It could be all about travel. I might do that. Pamela says, my ticket is in the envelope. I love that they have real stories on them. Me too, Azure. I love that they have the original writing on them. Not all of them have writing on them, but most of them, well, not most, I don't know, a majority of them do. Azure, don't let them on without a ticket. Watch your step, please. Azure's taking us around the world, I think. Tickets, please, Lynn says. Azure says, Meridel is now boarding. Watch your step and keep your hands in during the ride. Oh, Azure, you're such a goofball. 1910. Yeah, that one postcard was 1910. That's over 100 years old. That's 109 years old, isn't it? Yeah. What did Azure say? Okay, request you read them all little by little. Take us on a trip around the world. Let's get in the ship with Mary and do a world tour. I might do my September art journal based on travel. It'll be studio desk travel, armchair traveling. It'll be a good way to use those up. Yeah, that's really a nice haul. I didn't spend that much money. I spent $23 at Goodwill and about, well, I bought that light bulb for my brother and the envelopes, probably about $10 at the Habitat for Humanity store. That's all I bought for thrift haul. And for everything I got, $23 was a good bargain, I think. Lynn dropped the link to Carhartt's auction. Is that going on today, Lynn? Carhartt's auction at 2 p.m. Is that today? Oh, yeah, it is. She said, everyone ready for Carhartt's auction today. And then she dropped a link to it about, well, on my phone, it's at about 5, where is it? 5:30. That's Central Time. Let's see what else you guys are saying to me. Oh, so Lynn had a Pioneer Village in there. It was a family theme park. Oh, okay. And they're condos now? Yeah, we had a Pioneer Village that's been around for my entire lifetime at least, probably before. And it's a living history farm, and it's still functional. It's still living history. It's kind of like a museum type thing. I was going to go up there and see if I could do some urban sketching. Then it got hot. Bye, Lynn. Have a great day. Read way back. We love them. Maybe I'll go through those postcards in September. Remind me, Azure. I want to move on and show you the ATCs that I'm doing with Aunt Beck's stream here. I'm going to cut them apart. They're ready. These two here are experimental. Let's see. I'm going to have to move my camera. Wait till I stand up because I need my paper down a little. My camera. Let me move it. Hold it. There. Now I need to tilt it a little bit more. Making some lunch, Linda? Yummy. Bye, Lynn. Have a great day. Get some rest. I'm ready to cut these apart. I did my sunflowers. I was the first 3 prompts. I used all the alternates. I couldn't put, let's see, it was hearts, and, well, I did end up using, the second prompt was flowers. Let's see, did I save off? Yeah, I did. So the first one was add hearts, and I'm not going to add hearts on my deco. I knew I wanted to do deco, art deco. So I did a doodle with 3 markers, and I used this big fat blue marker, a red marker, and my black marker. You can't see the black very well, but I'll go back in. The second one's add flower, and I skipped it, but I came back and stamped my sunflower stamp on them. Drip paint, I didn't want to drip paint, so I used my metallic pins, my metallic markers. These marks around here are metallic, silver, kind of a rosy color, and a bluish color here. Add swirls. I'm going, where am I going to put swirls? So I ended up doing swirly flourishes here. That kind of worked on that art deco. Add punches or shapes. And I didn't want to do that, so I used an alternate, write a positive word or phrase, and I punched out a Van Gogh quote that says, "The sunflower is mine in a way." That's Van Gogh quote. So I'm going to put those. I was experimenting with different places here. So these two and this one is an experimental. I won't be trading those out. I only need 10. I got 18 of them. Use your least favorite color. I made green grass down here at the bottom of each ATC. I wouldn't say green is a least favorite, but it's one that I don't use very much. Add something that makes you smile. And I'm going to add I got some little bicycle charms. So these charms make me smile. I have a little bicycle charm in there. I'm going to put bicycles on it. That'll make me smile. I've got some elephant ones too. That would really make me smile to put the elephants on here. Then I'm going to stick with the bicycles. Add numbers. I haven't added the numbers yet. I was thinking about putting the number 8 for week 8. But I'm not sure where I can put numbers. I mean, 8? I'm not sure. Maybe I could make a loopy 8. I don't know. I haven't added my numbers yet. Add lines. My lines around my sunflowers were my lines. And 12 was used as Sharpie. And I colored my sunflowers yellow. So that was my prompt. I got to cut them apart. And I painted the back yellow. So I'm going to stamp and document on the back yet. I probably won't do that here. We'll see, what time is it getting to be. Let me plug this back in here. It's almost 6. The tour is over now. Disembark slowly. Asher, you're so funny. Teresa says, my niece lives in that. Oh, yeah, she told us about her niece. Her husband moved there to rebuild and refurbish the Greek Orthodox Church. Hi, Santa. Good morning, Santa. Maria said she would watch. Read way back. We love them. You have one in Nebraska. Yeah. It sounds like both Lynn and I have memories of Pioneer Village, only I really don't have a memory of it because I haven't been there, but I knew it's in Nebraska. It's very well known. Lynn had to leave. Linda had to go make some lunch. Hi, Vicky Sparkles. Good morning. Pamela's in the house. Kimberly says, Mary plays the prompt game minus the prompts. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get them all in there. I don't have the number in there. I have most of the prompts in there. Sometimes I rebel, though. What happened to my cutter here? Let's see if I can cut these apart decent. Because, let's see if I can get them at 2.5 here. Sometimes when I measure out, it doesn't always the same as when I draw it. It looks pretty much the same here. I'm going to cut them apart. They're supposed to be Art Deco style. They're supposed to be Art Deco. 2.5. This one's going to be a little bit. No, that looks pretty good. It's a little bit off though. Let's go this way, see how far off I am on these. Yeah, that one's good. Oh, I think it's going to be another muggy day. This one looks pretty good. I might move this one over just a teeny bit. And that'll leave this one. Yeah. This one needs a teeny bit of trimming. This one's a little bit too... No, I wasn't at 2.5. Just a teeny trim here. Let's get it straight as I can. Now, teeny trim. Yeah, I better come this way. Let's see, I want 3.5 this way. I like to get my ATCs done as soon as possible after Wednesdays so that I can have them ready to go. I don't like this stuff hanging on me. I don't like it hanging on me. Somewhere in here I have my little sandy block here. Get the shavings off here. Watercolor paper. I have to add white paint. Where was white paint? Where did white paint come in at? Stencil with white. I did not stencil with white. I might do a little stenciling on the back. We'll see before I put my journal spots on it. These two are experimental ones. I have to have an experiment one. And then I'll pick out the best 10. I'll pick out the best 10 and put them in my pocket letters. Wow, that one's really... Ooh, did I cut that one too short? I did, but it was an experimental one, so... This one's too short. Lucky for me, it was one I was experimenting with. But makes this one too long. My others are done, except for I have to sew the charm on. The last week's. And let's see, this is Thursday. Tomorrow, well, it kind of depends on how much rest I get between now and then. I'm thinking about doing a marathon, even though I still have my phone. I'm still working to get my laptop back in shape. I think I'm going to have to do Azure's restore thing. That looks like where it's headed. But what it really makes me happy is another person, I'm working with the help desk, and another person has posted that they're having the same problem. So, that makes me feel better. I don't wish a problem off on anybody, but at least I know it's not just me. Something happened. I checked my updates, and Windows did an update on August the 2nd. Not a big update, just they updated something in there. So I'm going to try to take it back before August the 2nd, but I'm afraid that it'll update again and just do the same thing over, if it's the update that's causing it. So I'm still fiddling around with it. It's something in my system. Something updated someplace. These are upside down. Something updated it. I didn't update. I didn't add any software or anything like that recently. I don't have much on this laptop. I haven't been playing around with it. I've just been using it to stream with. So something got into my settings, and I've turned off extensions. I've done everything they've told me to do. I turned off my firewall. I've tried different browsers. I tried streaming on another channel. I went to the library and tried it on their router to make sure it wasn't my router. It does the same thing over there. But if I stream from my channel, or if I set it up from my channel over there, I didn't actually stream. But if I go to my settings on their computer, it brings up what I'm expecting. So that says there's something wrong with my PC. And I still think it's because I went to I tried to start a Google, just a Hangout, just to see if it was still going. And it could have been. I still think it might be something in there. The tech is going to check that out, she said. She doesn't think so. It's not their fault. And I'm sitting there going, well, it's not my fault. It's Microsoft's fault. So, but at least I can still stream using my phone. See what you guys are saying to me. Come on, Flip. Hi, Arlene. Good morning. Yeah. If it's not working for you, Rebel. I was using all the alternates last night. I used them all up. I still have to stencil with white. And I got a short one in there. But what I'm going to do now, on here, I have this Van Gogh quote. And it says, Van Gogh wrote this in a letter to his brother. He says, the sunflower is mine in a way. So I'm going to put that Van Gogh quote. I have to kind of snip it down a little here. It's my scissors. This is probably really boring for you guys, but I get a lot of art done here in the morning. I have to trim this down, so they aren't going to be exactly even and pretty, but they'll fit on my line up at the top. I'll show you here. And this tape is too skinny to put in under the trimmer. I'm hoping that this will stick. So I'm putting it right up here at the top. It says, the sunflower is mine in a way. And I want to draw around that, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to go through and put these quotes on every one of these. Man, I'm getting warm in here. It's really warm in here. It is hot and muggy in this house. I can't get my brother to turn on the air conditioning. But I'm saving $50. Okay, it's so funny. He made supper last night. I went out in the kitchen. We had bacon and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. Well, minus the lettuce. bacon, bacon and tomato sandwiches. He did. He burnt my bacon. He burned it to a crisp. I mean, the skillet, the kitchen was smoking. I didn't have any. I didn't have anything. I had corn on the cob, and I ate my tomato in a salad with. I had a pepper. We had a yellow pepper from the garden. He doesn't like peppers. I had pepper strips and tomato and corn on the cob for supper last night because he burnt my bacon. He was sorry. He kept apologizing. I didn't say anything. I thought I'm just going to let him feel the guilt. He should have let me cook it. He should have let me cook it. I wanted to tell him that, but he was trying to be good about it, and it didn't. He wasn't watching it. You know how men are. I just didn't say anything. Oh dear. But he burnt my bacon. And we had a storm yesterday morning, real early in the morning. It's kind of one reason why I didn't stream yesterday morning. I woke up and it was coming down pretty good. The wind was blowing. That fly is driving me nuts. And when I went out to go shopping, I drove around town and there were trees down all around town. Not trees, branches. Branches were down all around town. People were out. We had a couple branches down. People were out getting them out of their yard. So I wouldn't call it a tornado, but we had high winds. I'm going to drink the rest of my tea so that fly doesn't get it. All right. I think that's why he buzzes around here. I got that tea out here. All right. So, let's see. Let's read chat. Teresa said, be right back. Arlene says, experimenting is great fun. It really is. Vicki says, I had an appointment which was supposed to always looking for the good deals. It screwed up my PC really bad. Oh, you got all that out and it was like it was a new PC. Yeah. I don't know. They tell you not to leave your automatic updates on. But since I don't use this for anything but streaming, I guess I left the automatic updates on, hoping that they would fix any issues they were having. But it caused a problem, or we think it was what caused the problem. We think. The other person that's having an issue said they were going to back theirs up. I'm not sure. I checked my restore and they said I would lose some of my apps that I have to reinstall. Like, I've got Zoom on there. So, I don't know. And it said I would lose my camera, my computer camera, and I don't know if I can restore that from as a part of Windows 10. But it's got another update coming, and I think I'm going to let that update happen and see if it fixes it. And then, if it doesn't fix it, I think the one that's coming up is a significant update. I think I'm just going to let it update it and see what happens, and then if it's still not working, then I'll probably back it out if I can. I still have to kind of learn how to back it out. I'm kind of wary because I don't, as far as I know, I don't have a copy of Windows 10. I'm kind of hoping that the PC does. I should talk to Ann and find out. I think she probably bought it preloaded. And I don't want to wipe it out entirely. So I have to be careful how far I back it out or restore. Or I might be having to go get me a copy of Windows 10. Which I don't really want to do. Vicky said, that's what we have. Mary, you are not boring. Thank you, Teresa. Windows is an auto update on mine. I do not have a choice. I think we can turn updates off in our settings on these. But I didn't. I just let it update. And I'm not even sure that it was the Windows. Guess we'll know if we back it out. This was an experimental one. So I'm just going to put that out. I'm not going to... I wanted to see... I was experimenting with the blue background. I like the white background better. And I was experimenting with how I was going to get that quote in there. So I don't like that. That's experimental. This one's experimental. This is the one that I cut too short. I got another experimental one in here someplace. That fly is flying around here. You love your Mac, Arlene says. Arlene says, I cook bacon in the toaster oven with the foil laying across the top to protect the toaster. Well, he never... This is the funny thing, because he doesn't like his bacon crispy. And so I tell him he eats it raw. And he never cooks my bacon crispy enough for me. I eventually, he gets it all out on the plate, and after he cooks it and everything, he likes to cook. And, and he never gets it crispy, so I usually have to take mine off my plate and put it back in the skillet and cook it. Well, this time he got it crispy. I can't say he didn't get it crispy. He burned it. I mean, it was, I have the skillet still in the kitchen soaking. And I'm the one who has to clean it all up. That's the thing. I do all the cleanup. He likes to cook, but he doesn't like to clean up his messes. But he does give me a roof above my head, so I don't mind too much. I feel like I might need to be putting some glue on these, but we'll see how they stick. These are those Dymo tapes, so they might stick pretty good. And I'm just putting them on the watercolor paper, so they may stick pretty good. Do a factory reset. And will that then download Chrome and run that? If I do a factory reset, Anne, will that still keep my Windows 10? I'm glad you're in here, Anne. That'll keep... I want to know, will that keep my Windows 10? I don't have to worry about losing my Windows 10 if I do a factory reset. I love that Anne's here. Because, see, I got this PC from Anne, and I love it. I love it. And I'm sure glad that I've only used it for streaming, because I don't have a lot of other stuff out there that's going to... Yes, it'll keep my Windows 10. Oh, yay. Thank you, Anne. I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and let this other Windows update, this Windows 10 update, go through, because it's hounding me. And I'll see if that resets it. If it doesn't reset it, I think the Windows 10 that's coming is a significant one. And if it doesn't reset it, then I'm going to... then I'll do that factory reset. I like that idea of doing that. Yeah, I don't have much to lose. My thumbnails are out there, but I got my thumbnails for my, like my Mary is Live thumbnail and my Marython thumbnail. But I don't have pictures and documents, and I don't keep all that on there because this is just for streaming. That's what I got this for. My camera works fine. It's something messed with it. Thank you, Anne. I'm sure glad that that's all I have to do. Yeah, it starts it all new. Yeah. But that's okay with me, because I think that's what Anne probably did when she sent it to me, because it was nice and clean when she sent it to me, as far as no lurking files and, stuff like that out there. It was pretty clean. And I kept it pretty clean. Like I said, I haven't put a lot of stuff out there. I put my camera out there, my camera settings, and I have zoom on it. I might have a couple of pictures that I was transferring, but no, I don't have a whole lot. No, Chrome. Well, if Chrome is corrupted, I've uninstalled and reinstalled Chrome several times. And it's happening with Firefox. I've tried different browsers, Azure, and it happens, the same thing happens with the different Firefox and Edge and Internet Explorer, all those different browsers, the same thing happens with. So it's, I don't think it's Chrome itself. It may be something that Chrome is, that all the browsers are interacting with. Probably some corrupt DLL in there. That's probably what it is. Some system DLL is probably messed up. So if I don't get that done by tomorrow night, I think I'm wanting to do another marathon, and I'll probably just do it in segments again. My marathon, like what? How long have I been going here? I've been going a couple hours here. It's what? 6:30. I started at 4:30. So I might go in segments of like 3 hours and then close out my stream, take a break. But I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow night, Saturday night, or not Saturday night, the wee hours of Saturday night, Sunday morning, or the wee hours of Sunday night, Monday morning. And I'm talking like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like that. I don't expect you guys to be awake. But it'll be there if you want to watch the replay in the morning. And you don't have to watch the whole replay. Just zip through it. See, what did Mary do last night? But I want to work on Lisa and Tanya's triangle journal. This one might be a little hard to get the backing off of. Come on. There it goes. Boy, and I sure hope cooler weather is on the way, because I'm sitting here sweating this morning, and the fan's going. The sunflower is mine in a way, Van Gogh said. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we'll just keep doing them. That's so boring. I'm using these labels, and I really like on this label tape where they put a split down the back of it so you can peel it off. But I made the label, the print on it, extra small. I may be throwing some of those postcards in Happy Mail, in my Happy Mail envelopes. I'll have to go through and look at them. There'll be postcards that they can art on, though. I have to say I'll probably keep the ones that have writing on them. And I'll probably put those in like glassine envelopes or not, you know, the plastic envelopes that you can get for them. So I probably, even if I use them in my art, they'll probably be in envelopes, flipped style, so you can still read the sunflower is mine in a way. But I'm really thinking in September what I'll do is have a theme of travel, and we'll just travel around the world. Let's fold this in half first. Maybe. I might change my mind by the time September rolls around. I know September is a big back to school. Back to school. Can't believe, where has summer gone? Kids are already getting ready to go back to school. I think my niece starts in the middle of the month. That's horrible. I guess if you're used to it. Although I think they've kept her so busy this summer with all her different camps and vacation and all the things they do with her. She probably feels like she's been at school year round. Ah, that fly, get out of here. He said, but this is the coolest room in the house. The sunflower is mine in a way. Then go. Oops, I didn't mean to take that off right away. Let's see if I can still trim it down. Stuck to my scissor blades. I don't think the paper is off of the bottom part. Anne's retired. They start school today. Oh, they start school today, Anne? Well, today's what, the 8th? On a Thursday? Boy, what are they doing starting school at the end of the week? Things aren't the same as they used to be, are they? But congratulations for being retired. But I'll bet you get called back in to substitute. I'll bet you get called back in to substitute in. Happy retirement. How hot is it down your way, Ann? I hope those poor kids have air conditioning in that school. It is so hot and muggy here. Ugh. Welcome to the club, Anne Ray says. Arlene says, my neighbor's children have such bad behavior that I'm relieved that they are going back to school. Yep. Don't get me started on that, Arlene. Don't get me started on that. You don't want to hear Mary vent today. I have to tell you, I vented a little at Joann's yesterday. I was so disappointed because I went in there with my 40% coupon. Oh, and I got some of those. Do I have them out here? Yeah. Because Dee Dee Willingham was talking about these super tip washable markers. Well, I don't know if she got the washable ones, but she called them super tips. And there's 50 colors here, and they cost about $12, $12 or $13, but I had the 40% coupon. And I did get 40% off on them. And then that black paper that I got was half price. 50% off at Joann's. And then what else did I... Oh, I got the magazine. I got the magazine, but that was not half price. And I went to the cashier to check out, and she gave me the coupon on my that was okay. She gave me the 40% off. No problem there. And no problem with the paper. I knew the magazine would not apply when I bought it, but I wanted the Somerset Studio magazine. They're going to quarterly instead of bi-monthly. So they're charging, instead of $9, they're charging $16. So it's kind of a little gulp in price, but the magazine is well worth it. I like it. And so I got it. But also at Joann's, I had a 20% off your total order coupon for elderly. An old age coupon. If you're over, if you're retired and over a certain age, you can get 20% off. And it said 20% off even on sale items. So I was expecting to get 20% off of my total order. But she didn't give it to me. She said, you didn't read all the fine print. It does not apply to anything that you use coupons for. And if the item's on sale, it doesn't apply to doorbusters. I don't think I had a doorbuster. But anything that was on sale was supposed to be 20% off. But then you can only use one coupon a day, so I couldn't use my, well, I think they said even, I think it's, I'm not sure, but for some reason, and the magazine one I didn't expect to, but I got those 3 items, and I couldn't use my 20% coupon off on any of them. And I was so disappointed. I told her, I said, here, you guys give us this extra coupon, and I came in here thinking that I was going to get some good deals on it, and you attract us that way. Then when we come in to shop and bring our items up here, you have to read all the fine print of why you can't get it, and why it doesn't apply. And I said, I'm not mad at you, because I knew she was just a clerk. I knew that she couldn't control it. And I said, I want to make it clear that I'm not mad at you, but I think that that's really a bad store policy. You know, you get us in here shopping, and then we think we're going to get 20% off of our order, and we have to read the fine print of why we can't get 20% off of things. I was a little venting about it. And she said, well, all the stores do that. And I said, no, all the stores don't do that. You know, I told her. I told her. I said, you know, it just kind of disappointed me. And she said, well, I agree. And I said, well, I'm glad you agree. I said, I'm not mad at you. She just wanted me to go away. But I was a little disappointed because I did go in there specifically to use that to use my 40%, my 20% coupon. But it ended up that I did get my 20% coupon off of, my 40% coupon off on, here's my other trial one. I did get my 40% coupon off. You know, she didn't argue with me there. And I did get my half price item. You know, but I would just as soon they not offer the coupon at all if they're going to offer it and then give all these reasons why you can't use it. Just don't even offer it, because most of us want to use the coupon on things that we want, and you put all the items on sale, so we can't use the coupon on it. It's just stupid stuff. I was not a happy camper with them yesterday. I let her know what I thought. Sometimes you just have to let them know that they're not doing themselves any good by doing that. But here's the other thing. I vented about Home Depot a couple weeks ago, my order of rubber gasket. And I still had it, and I took it back yesterday. I took it back to get store credit. And I will say that the clerk was very nice about it. I also ran into the lady who helped me order it. And she said she thought that I was getting a roll too. She said, I thought that's what you were getting. And I said, no. I said, they told me that it would roll up. I had it in my cart, and I showed it to her. She said, well, you can't roll that up. I said, I know. That's not a roll. And she said, well, take it up to customer service, and if you have a problem, you know, call her. I got her name. And so I took it to customer service. The little gal that helped me was very nice about it. And I said, look it up. I said, look it up on your screen there. Go look it up, and you can see where it says 1588/roll. And she did. She looked it up, and she said, oh, that looks like $15.88 a roll. And then she clicked on another screen, the same area, you know, she clicked on one of the pictures, and they had a roll of it. So she said, well, it looks like you thought you were getting a roll. And I said, yeah, I thought I was. And so she refunded me the whole amount, and she refunded me the mailing costs, which I wasn't expecting to get the mailing costs, the mailing charge refunded. But she gave me everything back she gave me a gift card for store credit. So I used some of that, and I got this. I don't know if I don't see Laura in here today. Jersey was buying this painter's masking paper, a roll of that, and that was, I got the 12-inch. That was about $3, and then I got a can of sample paint for 50 cents. Oops paint. It's kind of like a rose sandalwood color. I thought I'd just use it for back. It's interior, exterior. I thought I would try it just to see what I could use it on. I can't get this last one off. There we go. So I got about $20, not quite $20 to spend yet at Home Depot on my gift card. Store credit. So I will say they were very nice with their customer service. They were very nice in accepting the return. So I'm a happy camper there. Let's get all these little, I got one left here. Let's get all these little things off my desk. Everybody was telling me to take it back. So I was going to be in that area, so I took it back. So what, I have to put a number on here, and I have to stencil in white yet. I think I'll just do a little... what do I have? I don't think... most of this is going to be covered up. I could do something like that, or something. I was thinking these dots might be fun, just to put a white dot. And most of them will be covered up with my stamp and my paper. I don't know if it's worth stenciling in white. I may skip that prompt. I don't think that'll show up much. I could put the number 8 on the back. I'm looking to see if I have any number stencils out. I don't think I do. I have them, but I don't think I have them out. Annie D sent me all these journaling stencils. I don't think they have numbers on them. I don't see any numbers. So, I have to decide, do I want to put dots on that? I just don't, stencil in white is not going to show up much. Let's try it on one. Let's try it on one and see. Paper here, that's aluminum foil. Oh, my room has got stuff out in the middle of the floor, books all over the floor. Gonna have to stack them up. I gotta quit buying all those books. They're too cool. They're too cool. I love me my books. I'm about out of white paint here. I had this one sitting upside down. Yep, I'm about out of white paint. Let's turn this back upside down. Let's see. Get out a sponge. That cut the end off of this sponge. Away. Good morning, Ruth. Mary, that's great that you got the refund. It is, Ray. Ruth says, fine print on a senior's coupon should be in bold print. It should. Good point. Excellent point. The senior's coupon, well, it was on the, I had it on my phone, so they probably thought that I could enlarge it, you know, zoom in on it. But I never read that stuff. Well, I did read that it was applicable to both sale and regular priced items, but they wouldn't sell it to me because I already had a coupon on it. They wouldn't apply it to an extra 20% off of my, off of those markers, because I already had a 40% coupon, and they wouldn't apply it to the paper because it was a doorbuster item. And I knew they wouldn't apply it to the magazine. I don't think these are going to show up too much, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll get our white stenciling on there just so I can have a prompt on it. I was not happy. I was not very happy with them. You know, because this is how customer service has changed over the years. It's the customer is always wrong. You know, when your customer is not happy, you're not going to get much. And then she said, all stores do that. And I said, no, not all stores do that. And she said, well, such and such a store did that. And I said, well, I don't shop there. And she said, well, they're out of business. And I thought to myself, I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. I was thinking, and you're going to go out of business pretty soon if you keep it up. Oh. I was thinking it. I didn't voice it. But, you know, not all stores are the same, and clerks are different. I like her as a person. She's checked me out before. She's always been nice. And then the people behind me, the lady, and there's a young girl and a lady behind me, a mother and daughter, and the daughter was laughing at me. I said, it's a bunch of crap. I walked out. I said, it's a bunch of crap. I was not happy. I'm a senior. I want my 20% discount if I bring my coupon in. Now, make sure my paint is... I need a magazine. But I do like the Somerset. It's in the other room. I was reading it last night. I like what they've done to that Somerset in that they put, and now they have a hashtag. And if you do they call them playlists, I think. They're little areas, like they'll give a project that you can work on. And then they'll give a list of things that you can do. Like do the swatches or do doodling or whatever, and they give you work areas, play areas, and I like those a lot. I think that was a really good idea to do that in that magazine. But now they have a hashtag. I'd have to go look and see specifically. I'm going to turn this over. They have a hashtag now where you can do it, and then you can put it like on Instagram, and if they happen to notice it, then you get a shout out. I don't know. I have to do it first. I'm not really. But I think that's a good idea because that makes the magazine interactive. You know, you aren't just sitting there reading it. You're actually doing something. So. And let's see, what types of thing did they have? I had they had a junk journaling, use up junk mail. I thought about Tanya. I thought, man, somebody stole that from Tanya. Probably not. I mean, that article was probably submitted, well, I don't know. Tanya's been going for a long time now. But it was very much a Tanya Totally Junk Journal article about using up your junk mail. And using up your junk papers and stuff like that. That was in there as one of the articles. I forget the other things. I haven't thoroughly read it yet. I was called to supper. My burnt bacon supper. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat much last night. I had a corn on the cob, a small one, not even a big one. you know, probably about 5 inches. It was good, but it wasn't enough, and I had a tomato and a pepper for supper last night. So I'm kind of hungry this morning. And I was thinking to myself that I was going to grab me something to eat while I was out shopping, but I said, no, I'll go home and eat at home. A lot of good that did me. But I just wanted to get out yesterday. I was ready to get out. I went to the library but the day before, but I just needed to get out. I needed a day out. And it was kind of cool in the morning. I don't know if these white dots are going to show up much on this yellow background, but there they are. It was kind of cool in the morning, but it got muggy in the afternoon. And it was muggy all night last night. It's kind of muggy yet this morning. I'm going to be putting my label on there. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller this time. What do we got going here? I got a senior discount at Michael's, Linda said. Linda said, kind of funny. Pin looked away like, not me. But I told the checkout lady, she was, well, Pin's still a young lady. She's thinking young. I'm not going to use those old age discounts. Well, when you live off of Social Security and a small pension, every little % off helps. I have no shame. Give me my 20% or I'll not come back here. Well, it is misleading because they draw you into the store that way. And then they tell you all the reasons why you can't, why it doesn't apply. And they make sure that the stuff that you really want, the stuff that's really bought a lot, that you know, that you buy several times, is on sale. So it isn't going to apply. So they've already discounted it. So I think it's kind of, I hate to say a dishonest marketing ploy, but it's just it's a marketing ploy. Let's just leave it at that. Dishonest kind of depends on their intentions, but you feel cheated. You walk away feeling cheated, and a store should not allow their customers to walk away feeling cheated. Like, I would just as soon they not offer the coupon as to do that. Offer it and then give all these exclusions. That's craziness. I've got 2 more, but I'm running out of white paint. Maybe I can get a couple of... So I had my unhappy... And I know not all Joann's are that way. Or, you know, not all stores are the same is what I'm saying. She said they were, and I said, no, they're not. She said, well, such and such a store is that way. And I said, well, I don't shop there. And she said, well, they went out of business. I was thinking, and that's what's going to happen to you if you keep this up. I didn't tell her that. I was on my mind. And then that young lady behind me was just laughing. That little old lady wants her discount. Give it to her. Yeah, last one. Last one. I do like this dot stencil. I do like it. I use it and use it. I need to clean my stencils. I need to clean them. Alrighty, that sponge is, since I cut it, it's kind of crumbling off. Let's see, since I have I've gotten out some extra paint here. Let's grab a page in my dictionary. Ooh, maybe white dots on this. I'm learning not to paint both sides of my pages, because what happens is I collage them down and then I have a hard time. My phone is buffering, but my laptop's not, so we'll keep on. Let's just use up this paint. I should be doing more of this in this dictionary anyway. Nice collage papers. Yeah. Use up the excess paint. There we go. Maybe a few more up in here. There, I think I'll leave it. Let my stencil dry out. Doesn't take much for that white paint to dry. Put it on top of my wastebasket. Let's put some. Oh, and then I went to Walmart to get ink pens. And I had to get my coffee. I was out of coffee. That was my whole reason for going yesterday. Well, other than that, I wanted to go thrifting. But I went to Walmart to get my coffee because I've been out of coffee. I like to buy my coffee at Walmart because I get it in a larger bag. And I went into the pen area to see what kind. I wanted some more of those Pentel erasers, and they were out of them. Go figure, they were out of them. And, but my goodness, I have to warn you, the ink and pen aisle in August, right before school, is a busy place. There are kids shoving their way through. Move! Let's see, I think I'll just give them a quick dry with the heat gun, but I think most of them are probably dry. Let's just line them up here and give them a quick drying. I was going to work in my art journal, but I don't know if I'll have time. Let's give it a dry here. And I have to say, if you're in here and you hear a whirring noise, a whir, that's not my heat gun. I do have the fan on because it's really hot here. It's muggy in here. It helps to open the front door in the morning, get the morning cool air, but there we go. Let's see if I can fix my phone. It's buffering. You bought a whole crate. The kids are going back to school. You like buy a whole crate. Yeah. Azure says, I don't even think the flow book charges that much for shipping. Let's see. What did Linda say? That's totally nuts, right, Azure? Linda, hi, Pam. Thanks for subbing to my channel. Oh, Pam. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. Let's finally buy the Somerset magazine. Oh, she must be showing the price to get a Somerset, mailing it over to the Netherlands. Michael's prices are so inflated on many things that a coupon isn't even worth it. You can find them cheaper somewhere else all the time now. Well, so is Joann's. Shopping online, you can probably shop online for a lot less. But I still like to put the stuff in my hands. I like to get that stuff in my hands. I'm going to add some black marker on these real quick here. And you guys probably won't be able to see unless I put it. Oh, I was going to fix the buffering on my phone. That's how I work. It's still buffering. That's because I have all this other craziness stuff here. Get rid of all of that. Come on. This is an older phone. It doesn't want to close everything out. Come back into YouTube. This is my old Galaxy 5. I can still get on the internet with it, but I can't make phone calls or anything. I can't do updates and all of that. There we go. Oh no. That's horrible. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, Linda. You could write and publish your own magazine for that. I don't know. Why do they do that crap to us? You could almost fly an airplane to the Netherlands for that. Not quite, but you could pay some of your travel costs with that. If you ask me. Oops, this one's getting a little thick. Yeah. Well, you know what, though? I need a number on here, and I've been thinking about putting an 8 on it. Shall I put an 8 down in there for week 8? That will be my number. We'll just try to make an 8. 8. It kind of goes with that fancy loop. Let's go through and do all of that. This one has to be up here. We'll make it right in there, though. That's the number. They'll say, what is 8? 8 was one of the prompts. So I stenciled in white. Let's get it out here. Stencil with white is done. Add numbers is done. Add lines. Use a Sharpie. I did all the prompts. I used all the alternates though. I used all 4 alternate. No, I did not. Well, use black. I guess you could say black would be an alternate for the border. Or even I'm printing my numbers in black. Eight. What are you putting 8s on your sunflowers for? I'm still going to put the charm on here, but not today. So I'm not going anyplace today. I did laundry last night. Already got up this morning and folded it all up and put it away. I did that while my tea water was boiling. I should make some Rice Krispie bars today. I was going to do that the other day and I got busy. I'll probably have to do that. I'm going to do the Windows update first, and then if that doesn't work, I'm going to do a factory reset. Thanks to Ann's advice. Thank you, Ann. I'm sure glad you were in here this morning. Yeah, that's ridiculous postage. Make a list and save it for the next trip, Azure says. I'll bet even if we sent one, it wouldn't cost as much, but I don't know. It cost me, you guys probably didn't see it, but I did a hangout with Beth and I think Shelley and Rosemary. Were you in there, Linda? I think you were in there at one time. But I had a giveaway of some transparent items in a package from Jerry. And I opened it up and I went through all the items. And I had a giveaway and a gal over in England won it. And it cost me $25 to send that package over there. The value of the contents was only $18. So I don't know what it would cost to send it to the Netherlands. That was to the UK. You wouldn't think it would be too much more. Postage is just sky high. I think it's sky high over here in the United States. I don't know. I don't run the world. I only live in it. And vent. And vent. Did you read in the news where FedEx canceled their contract with Amazon because Amazon is starting their own fleet? And I think that includes the airlines, too, airplanes, too, airmail. Well, this black isn't going too good over this metallic. It kind of soaks into the metallic, but there you go. It kind of soaks in that it's there. I kind of like them. So all I have to do is the backs to put the label, the documentation on. Yeah, This black ink just soaks right into that metallic. Yeah, I get my ATCs finished up. So I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow morning or not, because I'm going to stream tomorrow night for sure. I'll decide how I feel tomorrow morning. And I might do my marathon after my stream tomorrow night. So I don't know if I'll stream in the morning. We'll see. It'll be an impromptu if I do. I still need to, I want to paint some envelopes though. So I should probably come on and paint envelopes. And not those security envelopes. I'm talking about the yellow envelopes. I'd like to do some ATCs with those porcelain. I don't know if I can get those ads, if I can get 25 of those out of there. That would be fun to do. So I might come on tomorrow morning and paint envelopes. We'll see. Did I didn't do the back of that one. You know, I should. I don't know if I can do. I like the wider markers on the back. Except I put it all on the paper. I'm getting hungry. I might have to make me a decent breakfast this morning. I hate to say, corn on the cob and a tomato did not fill me up for supper last night. Yeah, I think 12 prompts when you want to get something on every ATC is a lot. So I work on the back with 2 of them or 3 of them depending on what the prompts are. That's a lot in a little area like this. You have to and I tend to put a lot of color, and when I do my art, I tend to put a lot on my pages. I'm going to go through and do all the backs here. Arlene says, I have to buy online, and I pay more than if I went to the store, and the online clearance sections don't affect the price much. Really? See, I don't buy online. Azure says, me too, Arlene. You learn to be picky of what you can do for the craft budget. Yeah. You made that startup, Mary? You made that stamp, Mary? Yeah. Oh, the stamp? Yeah. I did the stamp. The stamp is, I carved that stamp. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I'm going to have to carve on the back of some of these. That's my firework one, my coffee one. Here it is. Here's the stamp. Carved it on one of those Pentel erasers. And then I did the ATC in Art Deco style, to where these lines go around it like this, and the border, and that's supposed to be Art Deco style. And I think it is. It's not the only thing about Art Deco, but it's one element of Art Deco, are those lines going around. And not every Art Deco piece has them. I'm not saying it's not Art Deco if they're not there. I'm just saying it's something that's done on Art Deco pieces. And I've been playing with it. I've been enjoying doing those. You know, I'm glad you said that, Mary. I would wonder. Let's see, what was... Eight because it's August 8. No, 8, it could be because it's August 8, but it's really a number 8 because it's for week 8. Week 8 of the ATCs on our pocket letter swap. We only got one more week to go. One more week to go, and then she's going to swap them, give us our swap partners. Groups of 5. I think you have a few more days to sign up if you want to sign up. But you have to do, the pocket letters have 9 ATCs in a pocket letter, and if you do 5 people, that's 45 ATCs. But we've been doing them with her Dirty Dozen sessions, and I have just so thoroughly enjoyed this. And I get them done. I get them done because I know I have to. And my plan was to have my Happy Mail out by the time I was sending these out. I don't know if I'm going to make it. But I think I'm going to paint envelopes. That's my next step. I got my kitty cat 3x3s. I've got several things that I want to put in that Happy Mail. I got it all out. I got 4th of July tags. I think I'll throw some postcards in. And if you watched Barb Owens last Friday, you'll see that she used these tags. And I got a big box of them. Like what Barb Owens was using. Mine might be a little smaller, but that could be a good thing. And I might throw some of those in there too as freebies. And throw some of those postcards, those travel postcards that I got. Throw some of those in my Happy Mail. And Azure, I haven't forgotten you. And Barb, I haven't forgotten you. Barb Fillion. I haven't sent Happy Mail out. Man, you know that story. It's been on my mind all year to get this Happy Mail out. And I just can't make myself get there. I don't know why. But luckily it's just Happy Mail. It isn't anything I'm being paid to do, so I'm not that worried about it, but I get more. I get more from you guys than I deserve. And I'm very appreciative of it. I've got a glue gun I want to send to Azure. She'd probably think I forgot all about her, but I haven't. It's sitting there ready to go. Oh dear. I'm going to try to throw in a couple of those decals too, Azure. It's just that I just haven't got my mojo done for that. Going for that Happy Mail. It's just not there. But once I get it off of my plate, Then I'm going to be very careful what I commit to. I'm doing these ATCs because I can't resist. Last one for the backs. Ooh, and it's done. Where's my cap? What did I do with the cap? There it is. So is the front done? No. Let's do the front. Yeah, the 8 stands for week 8, and I only put it on the card, the ATC, because it was a prompt. I had to use numbers. I had to use numbers. Can't see what I'm doing there. This black on this metallic does not bode well. It kind of sinks in. I'd have to go over it a couple times and it still sinks in, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah. A metallic. It wants to sink in. Hi, Christy. Good morning. I wish a next trip to the USA. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, that would be neat if you could come again, Linda. That would be neat if you could come again. But we like to see you in our chat too. So if you can't make it, be sure and come here to our chats, to our streams. Christy said good morning. Everybody's saying good morning to Christy. Go look at that horror story videos about Amazon driver experiences. It's not good how they treat people. Really? Really? I didn't know that, Azure. I don't order from Amazon. How do they treat people? The Amazon drivers. Are they mean to them? Do they steal their packages? Good morning, Linda. Cheryl said. Christy said good morning. Hi, Mandela. Or Mandela. And Booksmith, good morning. You had to go to the metro after work. You must be, are you in the, where are you from, Meta? What part of the world are you in? It sounds like you might be in the UK or over in Europe. We had bad storms last night. Almost flew off the sofa. Oh, Cheryl. You're 2 weeks behind on those ATCs? You better get busy, Christy. You better get busy. I like to, as you can see here, I'm using one of my morning streams to finish these off. I like to get them done. Now, my last week's, I still have the sew on the charm, but I'm putting charms on mine, little cheap charms. They're nothing expensive. I like to get mine done, or I would, if I get 7 weeks behind, I'd never get caught. I know you're only 2 weeks behind, but I would be 7 weeks behind if I didn't do this. Tried to change the YouTube name to include that, and it won't let me. Oh, you're Christy? Oh, your name is Christy? Meta? I like Meta as a mandala. I like Meta Mandala and Booksmith. I think that's a good idea. Mary, if you can't stream tomorrow, I think Beth is doing a goat painting. Paint along. Well, I'm streaming tomorrow night. I'm doing my regular stream. I'm doing my regular stream. I'm talking about tomorrow morning, Azure, whether I'm going to stream tomorrow morning or not. Was she doing the goat painting the same time as me? Or is she going on with Scrap Chick? Scrap Chick sometimes comes on just a bit earlier than I do. Oops. Yeah, that's where I wanted it. Mary, I heard your stream while I was in the metro. Do you have an AC Moore close by? I don't personally. No, there's no... I don't think they're in Nebraska at all. There was one when I lived down in Kentucky 20 years ago. They had an AC Moore. But I don't think they had one in Wisconsin, and I don't think they have one. They have a Michaels up in Lincoln, but I never go up to Lincoln. That's just too much craziness for me, with especially now the university's going to be starting up again, and that's for somebody else to fight their way to. I'd like to go sometime because the bookstores are up there, but I managed to spend my money right here locally. Christy, we got two Christies in here. Good morning, Christies. You really want to get those big erasers. You gotta love those YouTube police. Yes, I don't see that very often, Christy said. Exactly, Christy. Do you have to spell it for everyone? I know I do. You do. So do I. That's why I shortened my name to M-E-R-I, because nobody can pronounce my name. Well, maybe they do now that they know me, but a lot of people, teachers, when I was going to school, I hated, because my name starts with A-B, my last name starts with A-B, so I'd always be on the first on the list. And especially if I got a new teacher, I'm going, he's not going to know how to pronounce my name. He's not going to pronounce it right. He's not going to know how to do it. And they'll start, calling off names, and there's this silence right at the beginning. And so I shortened my name to my friends and everything as Mary, M-E-R-I. But now they spell it M-A-R-Y. So I just give up. Whatever, I'll answer to it. And one time I was on the phone with a recruiter, and my mother heard me explaining to the recruiter about my name. And after I hung up, she said, maybe I shouldn't have named you that. She said, I'm really sorry that people have so much trouble with it. And I said, no, Mom, I like my name. And she never mentioned it again. So I understand. And I have a lot of trouble with names anyway. Oh, thank you, Christy. Arlene, I have used the pink ones, but I want to make bigger stamps. Oh, you're talking about the erasers. Yeah, when I finally get that Happy Mail out, I'm going to be a happy camper. Hi, Diana. Diana Warner's in the house. Good morning, Diana. You're still waiting for your butterfly postcard. Yeah, you know, I should get those postcards sent separately. They're all ready to go, Diana. You just keep waiting. You'll get it. You'll get it. They're all ready to go. I just haven't sent them out. I just haven't sent them out. And I would sit here and address them, but then I'd have to show everybody the addresses. I can't get my mojo to get that happy mail out. I got butterflies and what was the other postcard? I got another postcard. Butterflies and something else. Ouch, I got 2 sets of postcards. I've got close to 36 postcards ready to go. But I keep saying, oh, I want to do something else. I wanted to add this to it, or I want to add that to it. And that's the way it goes. So you'll get it, Diana. Keep waiting. Happy mail makes the sender happy. Azure says, no rush, whatever you want. I would be grateful for anything, even scraps of die cuts, if they intrigue me. Well, you know, I might do some die cutting for you, Azure. Maybe we'll do that in my marathon. We'll choose some die cuts. Remind me if you're around. I'll try to make a list of what I want to do in my marathon. I want us to catch up with the gals on that triangle book. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I need to paint envelopes. I might try to do that tomorrow morning. Big stack of Happy Mail would cost a stack of money. Well, you know, even here in the States it will. Because if you look at, if I send out these 6x9 envelopes, if I send out these 6x9 envelopes with several things in it, which I'm going to do, and if you estimate $4 an envelope, which it is about costs now to send a 6x9 with, you know, stuff in it. I don't want to be chintzy. I already feel like I'm chintzy, but I want to put stuff in it. So I'm estimating $4 an envelope, and if you take that times 25 people, you have spent close to, what, $100? 25 people at $4 an envelope? $100. So there's that to consider. But when I look at what you guys have sent me collectively over this past year, what you guys have sent to me, I just cringe if I look at the postage that some of you have put on my, you know, to send me stuff. The postage is outrageous, even here in the States. Meta says she's sending a package today and would like to put some craft paint in it, but I'm not sure how to wrap it. Have had too many things come undone. You know what they recommend and how I get my from, like, when I order from Jalgos, which I haven't done, but put it in a Ziploc bag, seal it real good, try to fold it over and wrap some that tape around it, your big mailing tape around your Ziploc bag. And I've even seen people take that and put it in bubble wrap. And I don't know about where you are, Meta, but here they'll ask if you have anything liquid. And I usually, when I send paint, I usually say I have paint in it. I have sent paint before. And then I tell them I have it all sealed up. That's about the best you can do if you're going to send paint. And put it in a box. Put it in a box. I hope you're not sending it to me. I hope you're sending it to a friend. I hope that's what you mean. All right. So there's all those. Now, let me close up my dictionary because I'm sure that that's probably dry by now. I want to cut some backs. So I'm going to make them just a little bit shorter. I need I need 18 because, well, I'm not going to put backs on these. So I need 15. And I want to make them a little shorter. So I imagine about, let's measure here. About 1 3/4 would almost be, that would let the white dots show. 1 3/4 by, see, look, this is coming off. I think I'm going to have to go in and put glue on this. Aunt Beck had the same problem last night, and was something, and I heard her say because it was on metallic, and I think I'm going to have to go in and I'll do it later. Make sure each one of these are tacked down. I don't trust the adhesive on labels anyway. I always glue things down. So I said 1 3/4 by maybe 2 3/4. Let's see how that looks. 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Let's cut some of these. It seems awfully narrow, but that'll give me that may be a little small. I think I can make it a little wider. Let's make it 2. That blade is a new blade. It has to be this paper. Let's make it 2. And I found that if I, on this paper that cuts bad, if I start here and come down real hard, it gives me a nice clean. Let's see, I think 1 3/4 is 2. So I'm going to go 2 by 2 3/4. We'll try 2 3/4. Let's go ahead and do 2 on these. I only need 15 of them. All right. So let's make it 2 3/4 and see how it, might have to go to 3, but I want some of the yellow to show. I think that'll be good. I want some of the yellow and white, stenciling in white to show. I got my sander out here someplace. A little sanding block I'll have to. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. 2 3/4. So there's 1, 2, 3. Can I get one more out of it? Just barely. 4. I might only need 1 sheet of paper. I only need 15. No, I think I only get 12. Well, I might. We'll see. One. 2. 3. 4. So there's 8. 2, 3, 4. There's 12. I only need, oh, and I would have gotten it, but I cut this too short. So I need another paper here, but I shorten it here 2 inches. And 1, 2, 3. I think I have 16 there. 4. All right. I wanted them a little smaller on these cards. So now, oh, I'm just boring you guys to tears. I'm going to do a Penelope stamp on this, I think. And I re-inked this last night when I was doing my sunflowers, so it should have plenty of ink on it. Let's see, I think I've been putting them up far. I already put my finger in the ink pad there. I have to check with Holly and Janet and see if they got the doodle envelope that I sent them. They should have gotten that by now. They probably told me. And I missed it. I sent Holly her dragonfly squirrels ATC. They probably both told me and I probably missed it altogether. I did get those sent out. And I got my giveaway sent over to England. This one went a little crooked, but that's all right. It's not that bad. That would be your 3rd visit to the USA if you came over again. That would be neat, Linda. Azure says, Meta, put them in a plastic wrap and then Ziploc bag in case they leak. Yeah, that's how you need to send. Even when you put them in a box, you need to put them in a Ziploc bag. And I've seen, even if you get them in a Ziploc bag, I've seen people put bubble wrap around the Ziploc bag. They're talking about paints. Meta says, I'm in the U.S. I work nights on a nurse hotline. Oh, cool, Meta. So I do errands after work. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I had you pegged for being in the UK. You just looked very English to me. Well, welcome, Meta. I'm glad you're in here. Azure says, how Amazon company treated the drivers is bad. I met a guy last week that drove me to the doctor's appointment and asked him about it, and he said it was all true. He doesn't work for them anymore. Really? I didn't know that. What, do they think that they have a privilege because they're working for Amazon so they can treat their customers bad? Does Amazon know about that? Are we going to go into another customer service rant here? I would think that Amazon would be upset if their drivers were treating their customers bad. I think Amazon should do a little hiring and firing there. Oh, you're in North Carolina. Okay. Amazon has a starting wage of $15 with full medical benefits, but you have to work hard. Now, that's a pretty good starting wage. I remember the day as a beginning programmer, when I was right out of school, COBOL programming. You gotta remember that all this networking stuff and all this other stuff wasn't around back then. Well, if it was around, it was undeveloped yet. But I remember the day that I applied for a job and we got to the wage discussions and they told me that $11 an hour was outrageous. There's no way we're giving you $11 an hour. I remember that day. And that was for programming. That was for programming. Well, that was for a beginning programmer. They probably expect you to work for $500 a month or something. I don't remember what my first salary was in programming. But I think it was a little bit more than $11 an hour. Probably around $14 or $15 an hour. $16 an hour, I think, was probably the standard for beginning when I was working for beginning programmers, which really wasn't a bad wage back then. It's a little bit above minimum wage today. Now programmers are making $45, $55, $65 an hour just doing. But they're doing different languages than what I learned. They're doing different things. A lot has changed over the years. All that COBOL programming is now called legacy programming. I think a lot of it still goes on in the background. The companies are slowly phasing those programs out, but I'm glad I'm out of it. I miss it a lot, but I miss the work. I miss I liked programming. I love the coding because it's like putting together a big puzzle. I miss that part. What I don't miss is all the office politics and all that crap. All that crap. And as a contractor, when you worked as a contractor, you know, you travel a lot. You go to different parts of the country. You never really had well, some did. They had families and that. They worked for a consulting company and just worked locally. But I don't know. I traveled a lot in the Midwest until I got to Wisconsin. I was in Wisconsin for 13 years, and I'd still be there if I could. That's another story. Amazon, let's see. I have been busy, Mary, Cheryl says. Keep chugging along. Azure says they had him running like crazy shifts. So long that not even truck drivers are allowed to work that long. Cheryl said, coffee time. Meta says, I can't even imagine our driver works such long hours. He's such a sweet soul. Oh, some of those guys, you know, they have a family to support. $15 an hour, and by the time they take out all the withholding and everything, even if you have full medical, you still have your part to pay for it. Medicare and Social Security and all of that takes out a good third of their paycheck. If not a third, a fourth. And then if they have a family to support, I can see why they work long hours. In today's economy, that doesn't go far. I'm trying to keep my fingers clean as I go here. It's not easy work. All of my Amazon stuff comes by USPS. Let me go look at the Twitter. I will check. Is it the goat tonight? Arlene says, AC Moore is my favorite store, but the caregivers charge too much to take me that far. It's up in Knoxville. I'll bet you cherish those times you do get out, huh, Arlene, to go shopping. Do you ever get a shopping trip every now and then? Like yesterday, I just had to get out. I had to get out. Just to get some fresh air. Fresh air was nice. Meta says, Arlene, I wonder how shipping is with AC Moore. I know that they take their coupons online. Azure says, I don't know if it's a goat or a pig. I think it's the goat. I think I saw her say in one of the chats, I think she said last night in Becky's group that they were going to do the goat tonight. I'm not participating in that, not because I have anything against it. I'm not participating because I'm participating in too much. And I have to, like, I'm not doing Lisa's envelope challenge. I'm not going, I do Beth's bingo night. I was so tired last Saturday I didn't do it. But I have to cut out some stuff. I can't do everything out there. It's just, it's too much to do everything. I'm wading under stuff. I want to finish Becky's challenge here. Maybe I'll pick up something after I get Becky's done. But you have to put a limit to, especially, and you know, the thing of it is, I love it all. And I overcommit. So I'm kind of working on my not overcommitting. You know, and not all of them participate in my, Becky does. Becky does participate in my art games. She does my doodles and art studies and stuff like that, but I don't see a lot of others doing that. So if I don't participate in something, I really don't feel that bad. You know? They got families. I understand all that. So you just have to pick and choose what you want to do. I'm doing the journals with Lisa and Tanya every month. That keeps me busy. But I can't do everything. I'd love to. I'd love to just sit here at my desk 24 hours a day and do nothing but art. But you guys know that's unrealistic. So I understand when they can't participate in mine, so they're just going to have to understand if I can't participate. That's my feeling. I wanted to do Shelley's encyclopedia challenge. And I started it, but there it sits because I can't get to it. I wanted to do Rhonda without the H, Rhonda Weinstead. She's doing an idea book out of a cookbook. Wonderful project. I got the cookbook that I wanted to do, but that's as far as it got. So I'm just having to cut down, especially since I'm backed up anyway. So I love you, but I can't do everything. I want to finish Aunt Beck's ATCs. I've committed to that. And I'm having fun with it. I get them done. I get them done. I sit here in the morning and yak away. We're going to put these on now. I'm debating whether I need to outline them. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. But I need my tape. And I'm so disappointed that I can't find any of that Miss Sparkles tape at Joann's anymore. I just about told her about that too, but then I was off ranting about something else, so I didn't. So I've been splitting my tape down the center. I have to order me some tape. I'll probably have to order it online. Because I can find double-sided tape in the stores, but I'm not going to pay that huge price for some of that tape. It's outrageous. I didn't mind buying Miss Sparkles tape at the $2 bin, and I got a good amount of it. But they quit stocking it. I've been to Joann's for like the last 3 or 4 months now, and it's not there anymore. They found out what I like, so they don't put it in there. Let's see, I think I'm just going to do it across the two sides here, vertical. So I know you can get a lot of that stuff online. I'm not an online shopper, but when I get desperate, I might. So I tear this tape in half so it goes twice as far, because I don't need a 1/2 inch of tape on these. Oops. Now that's not going to go too good here. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Arlene, let me know if you need coupons. I can send them to you, Meta says. I'm on Facebook. Colleen is streaming with the goat drawing. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow night. Friday night. Well, she's streaming, right? She's streaming on my stream. I told her I didn't mind, but it's a little Hmm. That kind of disappoints me in a way, Beth, if you're listening, because we're the same community. Like Azure will probably go paint with Beth. And I have to say that kind of disappoints me that she would do that while I'm during my live stream. Maybe I'll have to message her. I have streamed at 7. It doesn't disappoint me with Shelley, or even Scrap Chick didn't disappoint me because they have different communities. But if you come here, grab all your subscribers from my community, which I understand, I don't mind that, but then when you start streaming at the same time I do, that's a little wrong. Shelley and I have always streamed the same way, but we have totally different community. She's a different type of channel. I'm not too happy with Beth about that. You'll have to tell her that. That makes me sad that she would do something like that. It really puts a bad taste in my mouth, too. Can't stop it, and you guys can go where you want, but that really kind of hurts. And to come into my channel and promote it. That's the other thing. To come in and promote it, I'm streaming at that time. Go where you want. I'm going to ask you guys to quit talking about Beth. I'm kind of disappointed that she would do that at while I'm streaming. I think that's not right. I'm going to ask you to quit talking about Beth. If you want to go there, go, but quit talking about it in my stream. It really offends me. Yeah, but you'll be both places, but you're never really both places. Especially if you're doing art. I'm just going to ask you to quit promoting it, quit talking about it on my channel. I don't think that's right for her to do that. She could do it in her own stream. Why doesn't she do it on Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday nights? Why does she have to do it on Friday night when I'm streaming? She's got time slots. Why does she have to do it with mine? Especially since she came to my channel and you're promoting it on my channel. How would you feel? How would you feel about that? I don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair. I think Beth is not doing me right there. But on the other hand, you all know where you want to go, you go there. I don't want you to be where you're not happy. I'm not so sure she isn't being kind of convinced to do that by other people. It's Beth who's doing the goat, isn't it? You're always saying Beth. Beth was promoted it in Becky's last night. Go where you want. I'm just going to quit talking about it. I'm just going to work myself up if I talk about it anymore. I'm kind of confused myself, Arlene. Who are we talking about, Beth or Colleen? Let's just stop talking about it. I'm not going to mention it on my channel anymore. I kind of think it's, to say it bluntly, it's poopy. Kind of upsets me. I'm going to finish my ATCs here. I'm going to do my stream as I always do. You're welcome to come. If you're not comfortable coming, go where you want to go. I don't want you to come just because you feel obligated. If you want to go paint roosters and pigs and llamas and cows and goats, go do it. Have fun. That's the important thing. But just don't come in my channel and promote a stream at the same time that I'm streaming. That's what makes me mad. Come in here and get all my subscribers, which I don't mind in a way, but you come in here and get subscribers, and I hardly see you anymore. A lot of channels will do that. They'll come and they'll grab my subscribers, and then I never see them again. And then go stream at the same time I do. That just puts an ill taste in my mouth. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. It's 8:15. I'm going to finish this piece of tape and then I'm going to sign off. So I worked this morning on doing these, finishing off my ATCs. I showed my haul, and what else did I do this morning? I finished these ATCs. I put 8s, boarded them, and put my labels on. I'm going to have to go in and make sure all these labels are glued down good. And I don't think I worked in my journal. I worked in my morning pages. I worked in my morning pages this morning. The word was thrift. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Meta. All right, well, it's after 8, so it's time for me to sign off anyway. So thank you for coming this morning, and I appreciate everybody coming in, and thank you for hanging out with me, and have a really good day. I will stream tomorrow morning. Well, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow morning. I will stream tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Central. And I might do a marathon. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. Let's see how I feel. I need to paint envelopes. So thank you all for coming. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.